going to check out Sophie Cunningham. A lot of content has rolled out involving her arrival to the Indiana Fever and to the facility today, including a little snippet where she's looking at her locker, looking at her uniform. We're going to check this out.
Sophie Cunningham just showed up at the Indiana Fever like a villain in a superhero film, ready to cause trouble and attract attention. However, her opening statement, "It's definitely not the typical happy to be here" speech, has already sparked some drama. Could Caitlin Clark be getting a new best friend or perhaps a fierce rival? Get ready for an intense ride.
Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game.
Fever supporters are getting a first look at Sophie Cunningham's contributions to the team since she signed with the franchise during the off-season. The former Phoenix Mercury guard, who is renowned for her tenacity, acute shooting ability, and fierce competitive drive, was spotted at her first training session. Fans are eager to watch what happens as Cunningham joins the Fever squad and she is certain to have a big impact as this is the beginning of an exciting new chapter in her career.
I know a lot of folks were excited to see Sophie Cunningham introduced by the Indiana Fever. Well, it finally happened. And let's just say Sophie is just as excited as the fans are, it seems. She's pretty pumped about joining the Indiana Fever. Who wouldn't be, of course? And it's kind of like, yeah, duh. You get to go to the Fever show. You get your games broadcast everywhere, sold out, play with Caitlin Clark, chance to win a championship, shown love all over the place. It's a pretty good situation.
Cunningham's move to Indiana has created a lot of excitement because she joins a Fever team that has changed significantly in recent seasons. The team is now concentrating on developing around rising superstar Caitlin Clark in addition to important players like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. Cunningham's seasoned background and superb shooting abilities might be exactly what Indiana needs to improve. Her ability to stretch the floor, hit 3 points, and exude enthusiasm is exactly what the Fever need as they want to establish themselves as a playoff contender in the upcoming year.
I'm just excited, but to be honest, I think when you have a group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard, I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work, and I think that's what I'm most excited about. That's my bread and butter right there, is outwork your opponents and have fun doing it.
Seeing Cunningham play her first game at Indiana's practice facility was a significant event that signaled a new beginning for both her and the entire Fever organization. In recent years, Indiana has struggled to maintain consistency and forge a distinct identity, but with the addition of talented players like Caitlin Clark and Cunningham's toughness, the team is beginning to form a core that could lead to a turnaround. This revitalization gives hope for the franchise's future.
Entering the locker room, and just a forewarning, this is not a lot of basketball talk video. This is just a lot of fun, Sophie Cunningham has arrived team talk. And if you listen closely, you do hear the voice of none other than Caitlin Clark laughing in the background.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
Whether making clutch shots, getting under the opponent's skin with her aggressive style, or stepping up in crucial situations, Cunningham established a reputation as a fierce competitor during her time in Phoenix. Her confidence won over fans, and now Indiana fans are eager to witness the same intensity. Raise the ante for achievement. One of Cunningham's best qualities is her experience. Although she may not be the league's most seasoned veteran, she has played in important games, made it to the playoffs, and learned from some of the best players. Her presence could greatly help up-and-coming players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, speeding up the team's progress. Cunningham's leadership will be crucial, particularly as the season approaches with high expectations after the arrival of a generational talent like Clark. Under her direction, the team expects to gain momentum and accomplish its objectives.
What have been some of maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like both for the team and for you?
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We in college we played. I played. She coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you going to coach me? You know, like it was always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has.
Cunningham embodied IES, the essence of a player who brings intensity every single day, whether during games or practices, as she establishes herself in her new role with the Fever. Her lively personality and high energy could prove instrumental as a key presence in the locker room. She is known for her outspoken nature, confidence, and willingness to take on tasks that often go unnoticed. If Cunningham's first training session is any indication, she's more than prepared to take on this new task and has the opportunity to have a big effect on a club hungry to make its mark in the WNBA. Lately, when Sophie Cunningham announced that she was joining the Indiana Fever, her delight was evident. This fiery guard forward is excited about the chance to start over in Indiana after 5 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury. She characterized the trade as the ideal chance to improve her game and add to a team that wants to accomplish something genuinely unique with her drive and competitive spirit. Cunningham is expected to be a key player in the Fever's pursuit of success. Her zeal might be exactly what the group needs to start a fresh campaign.
Yeah, you guys will learn that if I'm not in the gym, I'm normally by the pool. And so I was actually poolside when I found out. And, you know, there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, we're about to go win a championship. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to, you know, seriously.
During her introduction, Cunningham exuded positivity and flashed her signature smile while discussing joining a dynamic Fever squad that included Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark. She is a great complement to the team because of her toughness and shooting ability. After playing with seasoned veterans like Diana Taurasi for years, she voiced her desire to give the team British leadership and a winning mentality. Although Cunningham acknowledged the difficulties of leaving Phoenix, she is still fully committed to her new journey in Indiana. Her excitement, confidence, and team-oriented approach make it clear that she is ready for this new chapter, and her bright smile shows that she is exactly where she wants to be. Cunningham is now in a position to help shape the Fever's emerging core.
Wait. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again. Oh!
That's great. That's great. Like she's a rookie all over again. I heard Cece laughing at the end, so I guess Caitlin Clark's in the room.
Since her debut, Clark has rapidly emerged as one of the WNBA's most targeted players. Defenders and veterans have made it clear that they want to make Clark's time on the court as difficult as possible by using tactics that are more severe than those typically faced by rookies, such as cheap shots and excessively physical play. For this reason, the Indiana Fever are in dire need of a true enforcer, someone who will defend their star player and make sure that opponents suffer consequences for taking rights. The perfect candidate for this position is Sophie Cunningham, who is known for her intensity and competitive spirit. She has a reputation as one of the league's toughest players and has openly expressed her admiration for Caitlin Clark. This admiration means that Sophie's motivation to protect Caitlin would be personal rather than just professional. Bringing in someone like Sophie would not only provide the required physical presence on the court, but also foster a supportive environment that would enable Caitlin Clark to succeed in her rookie season. Since the Indiana Fever have young skill and potential, let's face it, they currently need a strong enforcer on the court. Instead, they need a tough, no-nonsense player who can step up and deliver a message when the game becomes rough. In the NBA, we've seen players like Draymond Green, Udonis Haslem, and Patrick Beverley are excellent in their capacities. Likewise, the WNBA has faced some formidable opponents, such as Cheryl Ford. Every successful team needs a player like Rebecca Brunson, or even a fierce Diana Taurasi in her prime to instill toughness and resilience in their roster.
Just love to see it. You love to see, like, support for greatness, the inclusion. You know, she never, even when she wasn't on Caitlin's team, she was always a very vocal supporter. And she was not kidding about being a feisty player. She was one of the players in the top 10 of the last season in the WNBA with the most technical fouls, of which a lot of the Mercury players.
The Indiana Fever need to add a player who can take on these aggressors and make it clear that targeting Caitlin has consequences. Sophie Cunningham is crucial because since joining the league in 2019, Caitlin Clark has emerged as one of the league's most exciting offensive talents. She is a playmaker and sharpshooter who can change the course of a game in an instant. However, as a 22-year-old rookie, she is still adjusting to the physical demands of the league. Sophie is a talented player with a good shooting range and great defensive skills who doesn't just rely on her size. Every squad requires her intensity, and more significantly, she doesn't hesitate to participate in the fray. Sophie will be in the lineup to provide Caitlin with the protection she needs to succeed if an opponent gives her a hard foul, delivering a clear message that such behavior will not be accepted.
And your base. And the Fever have, I mean, I think their real formula scoring is Clark and Mitchell. And then you have Boston, who's just such an intelligent basketball player playing within that. And then you have on top of that the role players. And Howard can get down the floor, catch and finish, score in a myriad of ways. Bonner is going to get in where she fits in because she's done everything and seen it all. Cunningham is just natural to play off that because she can catch and shoot the back.
But Caitlin Clark is adamant about making sure that nobody shoves her about ever again. In order to adapt to the physical demands of professional play, the Indiana Fever's young star has notably bulked up in preparation for her second season in the WNBA. This shows that she is committed to developing strength rather than just relying on her shooting and passing abilities. The extra muscle will allow her to absorb contact, defend against more experienced opponents, and effectively compete with more seasoned players in the league.
This is why the WNBA was in big trouble.
This change is more than just aesthetics. It's a survival issue. For the upcoming demanding season, opposing teams will have to contend not only with Clark's incredible shooting ability, but also with a stronger, more resilient version of her who is prepared to assert herself inside the paint and isn't afraid to engage in physical play when necessary. The WNBA is much more physical, and Clark will face opponents who are stronger, faster, and more aggressive than anyone she has ever faced. Her increased muscle mass will allow her to finish plays through contact, extend her shooting range even further, and improve her endurance.
Clark in college was not the strongest player in the world. Like, she was somebody that wasn't weak by any means, but we saw when it came to the WNBA that she wasn't able to really assert herself physically. And in fairness, her first game matchup was a tough one because her first matchup was against
Clark is not the only addition to the Indiana Fever's roster. The team has been actively adding seasoned players who can contribute right away. One important addition is Dananna Boner, a champion with numerous all-star selections and a wealth of playoff experience. Her length, versatility, and veteran leadership are crucial for a young team like the Fever. Boner will provide scoring, solid defense, and a steadying presence in difficult situations. Having a player with her background will give Clark and the team a dependable leader who is familiar with high-pressure situations, which will improve their confidence and performance overall.
Podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. DeWanna Bonner had her introductory press conference today, but do you know what she did before that? Do you know what
We cannot ignore, despite having unimpressive stats, Sydney Colson is a fan favorite and one of the league's best locker room leaders. Her impact on the club goes well beyond the numbers. A team looking to grow cohesively will benefit greatly from Colson's ability to keep things positive while holding her co-workers accountable. Her presence will promote development and unity as they work towards success together.
Sydney Colson is obviously a player for the Indiana Fever. Someone signed to be Caitlin Clark's backup, and she is I think she's going to be a solid player. Genuinely.
All eyes will be on Caitlin Clark as the 2025 WNBA season draws near, but Kelsey Cunningham might be just as important to the team's success. Cunningham, a tough and scrappy competitor, is the kind of player that thrives, contributing significant experience, energy, and leadership to a young Fever squad ready to advance. She is renowned for her consistent three-point shooting and unwavering defense. In addition to helping Clark adjust to the physical play of the league, Cunningham's presence will give Indiana another offensive weapon. Last season, Cunningham set career highs in both efficiency and scoring, demonstrating that she is more than just a supporting player. Her contributions will be crucial as the Fever strive for a successful season. If you liked, please like and subscribe. More videos are now available.